Oh, okay. So yeah, so the question was why Guru Sahib is using the word asank, right? Obviously, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was with one with Vaheguru Ji. So obviously, whatever he was speaking, it was directly coming from Vaheguru Ji. ठीक है जी नानक दास मुखते जो बोले इहा उहा सच होए whatever he was speaking from his mukh as in mouth, it is true here as in here in this world as well as on the other side when we leave our body, where our mind goes, where our soul goes, that part is it's truth basically. Vaheguru is also called Sach. That's why in the start of the Gurbani, Guru Sahib says, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. Who will tell me the meaning of Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach? Hanji Prabnik ji, go ahead. And whosoever wants to answer, they have to switch on their camera. If you are not comfortable switching on the camera all the time, that's fine. But at least during the answering time, please switch on the camera. Go ahead, Prabnik. What is Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach? What is Aad, Put? Come close to the mic, Put. I can't hear you. Come close to the mic. Yeah. Hanji. I still can't hear you. I don't know why. I know you're speaking a little bit. I can.
Now can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, perfectly. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Yeah.
So such means that Vaheguru was there before creation.
Very good.
Jugaad such means Vaheguru is here, was here when creation began, or when like dinosaurs were here or something.
Okay, that's good.
Happy such is means that Vaheguru is here now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach means, oh Nanak, Vaheguru will be here forever.
Very good. Very good. Now, little bit more addition to your knowledge. Very good. Good work, Pravnik. So, Ad Sach, right? There are two words, Ad and Sach. Just like you said, from the beginning, from the very start of this universe, Ad Sach, right? That before this creation was even created, Ad Sach. What is Sach? Sach is Vaiguruji. So, Vaiguruji is also called Sach. Jugad Sach, we have discussed in the previous lectures. You can watch the videos also. It's all there on YouTube. Jugad Sach, that he is true from the jugs. Remember, we discussed about Treta Yuga, Kal Yuga, Sat Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, right? All the yugs. Currently, which yuga is going on? Kal Yuga, right? It started with Sat Yuga, and then it came as then Treta Yuga came, then Dwapar came, then present Kal Yuga. So it was he is true. He was there in all the yugs, right? Happy such happy right now also he is there. He is true. Vaiguruji is there today also. Nanak Hosi be such from tomorrow also or tomorrow also he will be there. So he is there forever. The only entity which is there forever is Vaiguruji. People can call him God, people can call him Allah, people can call him Ram, Hari, Gopal, Krishna, whatever they want to say, right? But there are different names people remember him with. And he is formless. He is Nirankar. He doesn't have a form. You cannot draw his picture, right? Now, whatever is coming from Vaiguruji, Vaiguruji is also called such, has to be such. The only truth in this world is whatever is coming from Vaiguruji, because the Vaiguruji is the source of truth. Vaiguruji is truth, right? So Guru Nanak Dev Ji, this Bani came from Vaiguruji, right? Jaisi mein aave khasam ki bani. Guru Sahib says, whatever khasam is a husband. He is talking about Vaiguruji. Whatever the Bani is coming, he is speaking. So that's why Guru Sahib told him about asank, countless. So can we count the population of this world?
No.
No or yes?
No.
Actually, we can still have an estimate, right? If not 100%, but we can be very close because it is something which we can measure. There are some things which we cannot measure. I'm talking about world. When I'm talking about world, I'm talking about this earth, right? So yeah, we can actually. So let's say if I go to Google and I say population of the world and I press enter, and can you see my screen right now? Right? It's they have counted the population of the world to 7.5 billion people till until 2018. So people are asking actually, what is the world population for 2020? So now from 7.5 billion, it went to 7.8 billion, right? Now you see the population is increasing, right? But there is a food of thought. If we can still estimate the population of the world, why Guru Sahib is saying countless? Countless jap, asank pau, asank puja, asank taptao. Can anybody think about it? Why Guru Sahib is saying countless? Because we can still estimate the total population of the world. Anybody who can give me the answer? Diakor, can you think about it? Why Guru Sahib is saying countless? Because we can estimate the population of the world, right, Buddh?
I have the so our human mind only thinks that we know that that's how many population are in the world, but actually there's more population, but we don't know. Like they're undiscovered or something.
You are very close to the answer. I will say your answer is pretty close to the answer which I am looking for. But let me expand on that. When Guru Sahib is talking about countless, is he talking about animals, humans, or insects, fishes, birds? No, right? He's just saying asank jap, asank pau. There are countless meditations. There's a countless entities or the living beings who are, or living or non-living also beings who are doing jap, who are meditating Vaheguru, right? Obviously, he's talking about living and non-living things. And again, one more thing, and you should ask questions when I complete my answer. He is not just talking about this world. Remember, we talked about iha, uha, sach hoye. Iha means here and uha is not here, meaning not in this world, meaning not on this earth. There are so many planets which we know. There are so many galaxies we know. Guess what? There are multiple folds of this universe, or you can say there are multiple universes also. There are multiple earths also. And maybe there are living beings or non-living beings or whatsoever in different parts of the universe. And that's why Guru Sahib is saying, even if you are able to calculate the total population of this world, you are still calculating the population of this world, not the other worlds which are there in the universe, which science is always questioning how many worlds we have. They don't know. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji has already given us the answer that you cannot count, and very close to the answer of Prabnik, because he said with the human mind, we think we can calculate it, but we cannot. Our mind, even if we, as a group, if we decide to calculate something, we will not be able to do that. Okay. So before we go to the next party, anybody has any questions? Any questions up till now? Prabnik, are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So does that mean that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is trying to say that we still don't know what non-living things and living things are on some other planets or other places in the universe?
What he is saying is that you cannot count them. There are so many that the numbers are not good enough to count that.
Okay.
Okay. Diako, you raised your hand. What is your question? It was an accident? Okay. Anybody has any other question? Let's clear it up here. Let's clear it up here before we go to the next party, because the next party is also of a sunk. All right. If not, let's do a couple of minutes of Simran and then we'll go ahead. So close your eyes and what we have to say Vahe and listen, Guru and listen. Aao ji, shuru kariye. Why, Guru, 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ I can't see your faces, whether you guys did Simran or not. But just to let you know, when we will do Simran, we will be able to understand Gurbani more, because we will make our mind empty of the thoughts which are going on. So we need to have a space in our head so that we can absorb the knowledge, the wisdom of Gurbani. Not my wisdom, this is Guru Sahib's wisdom. Okay, I'm just sharing it with you. Okay, let's go next. Asank Murak And Kor. Again, I know since you guys are born and brought up in America, there is no khakha sound in English. So a lot of kids, they will say Murak. It's not Murak, it's Murak. Khakha. Khakha sound, right? So you have to make sure when you say, you have to say Asank Murak. It's KH sound. It's not just K. Asank Murak And Kor. Kor. Kagga. Not Kor. Kor. Not Kor. Kor. Asank Murak And Kor. Asank Chor Haram Khor. Now you know the meaning of Asank. What is Murak? Somebody told me actually last time, I think. Idiot, right? Asank Murak And Kor. There are fools or a lot of idiots in this world. Andhkor. Andhkor kaun hunda? One is a Murak, one is Andhkor. That is the topmost. Like we say, oh man, this is the most foolish person I have ever seen. So Maharaj says it's not only one. These people are also countless. These people are also countless. You cannot count even the fools. There are countless fools. Asank chor, haram khor. Asank chor. There are countless thieves. You can't count the thieves also, the people who are stealing stuff. Haram khor. Haram khor meaning the person who will cheat you, deceive you, and loot your property, loot your belongings by cheating. One is stealing, one is cheating, right? Chor steals it. Haram khors also steal it, but they steal it by cheating you. Okay? Asank amar kar jahe jor. Now, this is very important to understand. Again, the word which we need to focus is amar here. Asank amar, there is a pause there. Kar jahe jor. So whenever we are talking about amar, right? Amar is opposite of mar. Mar, amar. Can anybody tell me the meaning of mar?
Mar is like to die because that's what it means. And then Amar, I believe, is the prefix to it, so it's not die.
Sorry, can you say that again, the last one?
And Amar, I believe, because it's just Mar, and I believe that in the beginning is the prefix, and it means not, so it doesn't die.
Yeah, so normally the mar is person, mar word is used for the death. Oh, mar gaya, hai na? He has died. Amar is opposite of that, the person who will not die, right? But here the meaning is a little bit different of amar, right? Here, what is amar? Okay, if we think about it, let me see if I can explain you in a common, in an easier language. Whenever we are thinking of Amar, only there is one thing which can make us Amar in the real sense. And you know, this mind and this soul will never die. What dies is, what perishes is this body. Anything physical which we touch, anything physical which we touch dies, right? It can be body, it can be a physical thing, it can be anything in this world. The only thing in our body which is there, which don't die or which will never die, is our mind, not the brain. There is a difference between the brain and the mind. Mind is full of thoughts, actually, and the soul, Atma, is actually the Jyot of Vaiguruji. So these things you cannot touch with your physical hands. So these are the things which are Amar. But tell me one thing. Do you know what is the meaning of June? Anybody? What is June? Ajuni. Remember we talk about Ajuni? Ajuni Saipang. Anandleen, do you know Ajuni Saibang? The meaning of Ajuni Saibang?
Um,
Think about it. You don't have to give the correct answer.
Can I say it?
Sure.
Is it like reincarnation?
That is Juni. You are close. A Juni is not, which doesn't have a reincarnation. June is, remember we talk about 8.4 million Junes,
Oh, right.
right? So June is like, we are also in a June. We are in a human June. We are in a
Human life or human form?
Yeah, exactly. So we are in a human form. Then what we have is insects. Then we have birds. Then we have animals, right? So all these are various Junes. What are they? Junes, right? Vaiguruji, are you listening, everybody? Everybody's present. So there is another word which is used in Gurbani is called hukam. What is hukam? What is hukam?
It's when you follow Guruji's instructions or
Very
follow.
good. Very good. Very good. So there is something called hukam, right? Which is instructions or orders, right? But actually the real hukam which Guru Sahib talks about is its naam. Guru Sahib says, Eko naam hukam hai nanak satgur diya bujai jiyo. Eko naam hukam hai. There is only one hukam, and that hukam is naam. Okay, that hukam is naam. So if we are jumping the naam, then we are following the order of Guru Sahib. If we are not, then we are not following the order of Guru Sahib. What is Jor? And can anybody tell me what is Jor? What is Jor?
Joy is like a big force that you put into it.
Exactly. Jor is a force. For example, I can break this by putting a force. This cup, I can break it by putting the force. That is Jor, by my showing my power. Now, we discussed about hukam and we talked about hukam of Vaiguruji, didn't we? Hukam of Vaiguruji, that we should all abide the hukam of Vaiguruji. Should we abide the hukam of human being forcefully? I'm not talking about instructions from your parents, because your parents are your guru. I'm not talking about instructions from your teacher, because your teacher, I'm talking about your school teacher, which is like your wherever elementary schools you are in, or middle school or high school, right? I'm not talking about those teachers. Yes, you have to, but forcefully, For example, we talk about Chote Sahibzade. Can anybody tell me the names of Chote Sahibzade?
Yes. Baba Ji.
Prabnik Singh, not you. Somebody else. I want somebody else to talk about it. The name of Chote Sahibzade. I don't want who else is there? I want to see your faces, man. I don't know.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Baba Ji Singh Ji, Baba Jujhar Singh Ji, Baba Zorwar Singh Ji, and Baba Fateh Singh Ji.
Which ones are the Chote Sahibzade out of the four?
Baba Zorwar Singh Ji and Baba Fateh Singh Ji.
Perfect. Does Chote Sahibzade used to ਕਦੀ ਆਪ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਸੀ ਛੋਟੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜ਼ਾਕੀਰ ਖਾਨ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਸੀ they were ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਝੁਕ ਕੇ ਆਓ ਮੇਰੇ ਅੱਗੇ you come and bend in front of me and say whatever Islam or whatever they were asked to do, ਉਹ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਮੰਨਦੇ, right? Because that was they were forced, and ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਬਣ ਜਾਓ, you become a Muslim, and I will give you toys, I will give you palaces, I will give you Minecraft, I will give you Roblox, I will give you everything. But they said no. So there are two hukams. One hukam comes from Vaheguru Ji, which we all need to abide. And that hukam is inside us. When we will jap naam, we will recognize that hukam, it is inside us. In English, some people also call it a conscience. ठीक है अंदर आत्मा बोलती है, and you know what is right and what is wrong. That hukam you ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਹੋ, and that becomes stronger and stronger. Your willpower becomes stronger and stronger when you meditate, when you jap naam. But somebody forcefully tells you to do thing, that is not something which is coming from inside. You are forced to do that. But again, you have to recognize. Sometimes 5 thieves will tell you not to recognize. If you are not japping the naam, then your inside is not very strong. Your inside is controlled by 5 thieves: lust, greed, anger, attachment. Then that thing is coming from inside. You may feel that it is from Vaheguru Ji, but it will not be. Here, why I gave you such a big story, because if I will not give you, you will not understand this line. Asankh amar kar jahe jor. Here, amar is also a hukam. But that hukam is not from Vaheguru Ji. Here, Guru Sahib is talking about the people who forcefully tell you to do things with the jor, with their power. Okay? Maharaj says the countless are the people who forcefully tell others to do things, and they force them. They make the other people slave. Do you know about Martin Luther King? Anybody? Who can tell me about Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Civil rights movement, other than Anand Leen, other than Prabnik. Can anybody tell me? Some hands are there, I think. Japnur? Was it Japnur?
So I
Yeah.
think so.
Switch on your video. I want to see your face also, Vaheguru.
मैं शेयर ना था.
कोई गल नहीं, फिर की होया, सारे ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਭਰਾ ਹਾਂ, no problems, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਜਪਨੂ ਬੋਲੋ।
ਮਾਰਟਨ ਲੂਥਰ ਕਿੰਗ ਨੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਉਹ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਲਰਡ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸੇਮ ਇਕੁਅਲ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ,
Very good.
like the white people.
Very good.
So he gave rights to
Very good.
to
ਕਿਉਂ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ
color.
ਸੀਗਾ? You're very good, very good. I got your answer. Very, very right. So basically blacks, the African Americans, they were made slaves by some bad white people with the jor. Asankh amar kar jahe jor. They were so many, and they were making slaves and forcefully they were making them slaves, right? So that's what it is. We are saying Martin Luther King was the one who spoke for them, and there was a civil rights movement, and where they said there should not be any slaves and all. Everybody should have the same rights, just like Japnur Singh said. So nobody should be forced into anything. That's what Guru Sahib is saying. There are countless people who make slaves or who put their forceful actions on others. Whatever they want them to do, that's what they do. Asank Amar Kar Jahe Jor. Let's move the
Wait,
next.
I know something.
Hanji,
My teacher once went to I think Minnesota.
Hanji.
There were still people. They knew that they couldn't make slaves, but they still didn't want black people to like ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਲੈਕ ਲੇਡੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਾਪ ਖੋਲੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਈਟ ਗਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ, ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਚੋਂ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਹੋਈ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਈਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ।
Yeah, very good. There are many stories like that, right? So we learn. So that's what the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is, to treat everybody equal. Nobody is below you, nobody is up you. The only entity which is up you is Nirankar Vaheguru, the formless Vaheguru. Rest everybody is same. Doesn't matter it is a Trump, it is Obama, it's Modi, whosoever. Everybody is equal. Nobody is above you. Nobody. When I say that, I mean it. That because that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling us. Yesterday we celebrated Independence Day. What good is Independence Day if our mind is a slave of 5 thieves? What we need to learn is that our mind needs to be free. We should not be, our mind should not control us. We should be controlling our mind. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Man jeete jag jeet. If you will control your mind, and control of mind can only happen with Guru Sahib's kirpa, right? And our mind will be independent. Our mind will be liberated from the 5 thieves. That's where it is Asank Amar Kar Jahe Jor. So what we are saying, they were forcing people, but we don't have to get forced. We are independent, but our willpower will only be strong. Our willpower will only be strong if we jap naam, if our mind is strong and we do ardas beinti in Guru Sahib, in front of Guru Sahib, make our mind strong. Give us the naam. Give us what? Naam. Because when we will get naam, when we will jap naam, our mind will not be slave of these 5 thieves. Our mind will be liberated. So Martin Luther King was talking about this body, liberation of this body, right? Guru Nanak Dev Ji is talking about not just this body, but also about the mind. Your mind should be free of these slaves. It should be in control. Okay. Next line, Asank Galvad Hatya Kamaye. What is Galvad? Galvad is person. There are 2 meanings of Galvad. One is a literal and meaning, and when one is a symbolic meaning, what exactly it means, right? Galvad is the person who cut the throat. For example, the butchers, they cut the throat of animals, right? So that's a literal meaning. There is another meaning of Galvat Hatya Kamaye is when somebody steal or cheats you for something. That's also a saying कि उन्ने ते अगले दा गला कट लिया. पंजाबी च कहंदे उन्ने ओदा गला कट लिया. Meaning he stole something by deceiving you, by cheating with you. Okay, so one is a literal meaning where Asank Galvad Hatya Kamaye. There are countless are those who are deceiving people, cheating people, or the countless are those who are butchers. They are killing the animals. Gal vad. Gal is your neck. Vad is to cut. Hatya. Hatya is when you kill someone. Hatya is when you kill someone. Kamaye, earn. They are earning. So Guru Sahib is saying, When you do these sorts of things, cheating, deceiving, those karams are on your head. You will have to give the explanation. That lekha, that account is on your head. Remember, whenever you do something bad, you have to give the explanation. That's what Guru Sahib is saying. When we leave this body, you have to explain, why did you do wrong to that person? Why did you cheat? Why did you steal? Why did you deceit it? So asank galwad hatya kamay. And that's why next line is asank papi paap kar jaye. Guru Sahib saying there are a lot of people who are doing different kind of pap, wrongdoings, different kinds, whatever you can think. Murder, cheating, stealing, lying, right? So many things. So that is the pap. There are countless sinners who are doing every day, every moment. Okay. We have just 5-10 minutes more, but let me ask you one question. Do we sin out here? Can anybody tell me who is papi and who is not? Do we sin or do we not? Raise your hand if okay. Who is that person? Who said? Japnur? No, Prabnik. Okay.
No, it was me.
Japnur. Okay.
Yeah, so I think everyone is a puppy because no one is that perfect except for Wagyu. Do not do a sin.
Very good answer. Very good answer. Including me, right? And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and I'll tell you, what is the sin in Gurbani is, right? There is a different definitions. For Christians, if you will ask them, what is the sin? They will say Jesus Christ died for our sins. And if we will believe in Jesus Christ, our sins will go away. That is their definition. I'm not going to comment on that. What I know, what is the theory of Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Every time our mind is taking thoughts, our mind is taking thoughts, good or bad, especially the bad thoughts, the thoughts of lust, greed, anger, attachment, gossiping, or for example, in our community, there is a lot of gossiping and slandering. Oh, unne te aa kita, enne aa kita, unne aa kita. That person did this, that person did that, that person looks like that man looks like this, that woman looks like this, that lady do this, that children do this. This is all gossiping and slandering. And what is it? Maharaj says these are all sins. So our mind is continuously sinning. Can anybody tell me when our mind is not sinning? ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ sinning ਕਦੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ?
When we're doing Simran, but some people still are having thoughts when they're doing Simran because they are not basically doing it from their heart.
They are not doing with the love and their mind is still in thoughts. When our mind is in thoughts and when we, so basically, did Guru Sahib tell us to do Simran for how much time? Can anybody tell me what is the time limit of Simran?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay. Simran is remembering of Vaheguruji. Okay? So Guru Sahib told us to do how much remembrance? Dayakar, can you tell me how much we should remember? Vaheguruji, how much Simran we should do? A lot. What does a lot means? For a long time. Okay. Japnur, go ahead.
So wait, what was the question again? I forgot.
The question is how much Simran we should do. First of all, Simran is remembering Vaheguruji all the time, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
you can do how much ever you want, but you have to do it with your interest in it, not your interest out of it. Because if you do it without your interest, and if you even do it for like 1 hour, it won't count because you're not doing it with your interest. You're just doing it for the kawa.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, Hanji Putra.
So you can do it however you want, but if you don't do it from your heart, it doesn't really matter how long you do it, because it's not real Simran. It's just fake Simran if you're not doing it with your heart.
Okay. Anandaleen?
You could you can always do it like while you're doing other stuff. You can always do it in like in the back of your head. Like you can always do it like while you're like reading a book, or like while you're doing your work, or you're doing like gardening or something.
Very good.
Well,
What is the
then your
time
interest.
limit? Is there a time limit, Anandin?
No.
Okay, that's good. All right.
But
Anybody
that
else? Yeah. Just Japnu.
so, but that doesn't count because then you have like your mind is divided in two parts. If you're doing Simran,
So
your
Japnu, that's
mind is
fine,
divided.
right? So Japnu, that's
Yeah.
what Guru Sahib says. कि काम करदियां, खलोतियां, बैठदियां, हंसदियां. Make sure you remember. Okay, there are 2-3 things here. Make sure you remember Vaheguruji all the time. And you should not be visar nahi datar. Visar ki hunda forget. Please Vaheguruji, let not make me forget your name. Right? Even when you're working at the back of your head, you're always remembering Vaheguruji. But in the whole day, you should fix some time where you totally 100% your mind is focused on Vaheguruji with the love. And even when you're working, because you have to work, you got this human body. There are 3 principles, right? Kirt karo, naam japo, vand chako. But you should not be overdoing work, right? Let's say 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, but that's it. You should not be overdoing it also. But in those 10 hours when you are working also, make a habit of remembering Vaheguruji. But that habit will only be made, very important, listen to this, I will underline this. You can only make that habit if you will have 2-3 hours of a dedicated time remembering Vaheguruji doing Simran. Then only you can remember him all the day. If you don't have a dedication, sitting for 2-3 hours, probably at Amrit Villa, that's the best time, early morning, right? Then only you will be able to remember him all the time. And then only we can control the thoughts of our head. We will talk about in future lessons, what thoughts can we take, what thoughts we cannot take. Okay. There are some thoughts which are allowed by Vaheguruji. Okay. Asank kudyar kude firahe. Kudyar, kood. What is kood? Choot, lie is called kood. Maharaj says there are countless liars. Whatever comes from their mind, whatever comes from their mouth, whatever comes from their tongue is always lie. They are lying to themselves. They are lying from Dilraj. Can you mute it? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That they are always lying. There are countless people on this in this universe, and they are always and always lying. Maharaj says there are countless of them. Asank Malech Malpak Khai. Now there is a story of Malech. What is Malech? Okay, Malech are the people who do bad karmas, who do a lot of things to others, right? They beat people, they do something, and mal pak khai. Mal is dirty, filthy things. They eat filthy things, the bad things, right? So Maharaj keeps on reminding us, make sure your diet is also pure. You should not be eating something with the flesh or a blood or something. Don't eat filthy things. Maharaj says, countless are in this universe who are eating malage. They are malage and they are eating mal, filth. They are eating all the time. Next line, very important. Asank nindak sir kare par. Remember we were talking about gossiping and slandering? Maharaj says there are so many who are gossiping and slandering, countless. Sir kare par. Maharaj says when you do ninda of somebody, you take other person's karam on your head. Bad karams, not good karams. Good karams will go with that person. Bad karams, you take it. That's why Kabir ji says, Nindo, Nindo, Moko, Nindo. Guru Sahib, Kabir Sahib says in the Gurbani, it says that do my slandering and gossiping. Maharaj says, Kabir Sahib in the Gurbani says that Nindak is washing my clothes. Basically washing my filth. If you are doing gossiping and slandering of someone, what are you doing? You are cleaning other person's filth, other person's sin, other person's pap. So Guru Sahib says it is good if somebody is doing your nindya, but you should not be doing anybody's nindya. You should not be doing anybody's slandering. That's why it says asank nindak sir. Sir is a head. Sir kare par. Upar. The weight of the bad karmas is so much. Par unu kende bahut bhara hai. Okay? It has a lot of weight. So Maharaj says you are taking other person's bad karmas on your head. Nanak neech kahe vichar. Here Nanak, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling, he's talking about himself. He says, I am a neech. I am a lowly. I am a low kind of a person. See how much humility Guru Sahib had. He was Vaiguru's Roop, right? He was just like Vaiguru, but he called himself neech. Humility. Lot of people in this real world, they call themselves bad. They say, oh, I am das, I am slave, or whatever. But the moment you talk with them, the humility vanishes. But Guru Sahib is giving us the knowledge of Vaiguru, and still he himself is calling himself neech. That's the humility which we need to learn. If somebody is calling himself neech in a fictitious way, in a fake way, the person is fake. How can you find it out in a human being? You tell something bad to him, he will become angry. There is a Sakhi of a Gurmukh, there is a story of a Gurmukh, and I will give you that story and I will end the class from them. This Gurmukh, somebody came to him and he always used to say, Das, I am a Das, I am Das. Das will do this. Das is slave. He says, I am the slave, I am the slave, I am the slave. And that Gurmukh knew that the person is faking. So Guru Sahib gave him a furna, Guru Sahib gave him a thought, and he said, oh slave, get me a glass of water, wash my shoe, clean my shoes, wash my clothes. The moment he said, Gurmukh said that to him, he became angry. His face was red. And he started speaking kood, bad stuff. And the moment when he do that, that showed that he had a fake humility. If you are humble, then you are really humble. You don't have to call yourself a slave or a das. That's why who is showing, Guru Sahib is giving us a real knowledge of the Gyan. He was Vaiguru himself. He is calling himself neech. What does that mean? That means that is the real humility. That you have so much knowledge, so much wisdom, you are teaching others, but you are still humble about it. You say, no, I don't know anything. This is Guru Sahib, why Guruji is giving me this knowledge. I am nothing. That's what Guru Sahib is saying. That's why Guru Nanak Dev Ji never told us to worship him. Guru Nanak Dev Ji told us to worship Vaiguru. Puja kijai, naam te aiye. Remember we did Asankh Puja? Who will complete this line? It was previous body. Asankh Puja. Okay. Nobody? You remember this? Can anybody tell me the meaning? Asankh Puja?
I can.
Okay.
Asank Puja, Asank Tapta.
What does it mean? What is the puja? Puja is puja kije, naam te aiye. The only worship which we have is japping the naam. That's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling us. He's so humble. He never told us to worship him. And he's showing it also, his humility here, by saying, Nanak neech kahe vichar, varya na java ek var, jo tud pavai sai palikar, tu sada salamat nirankar. Nirankar, you are always there. I am just a neech. I am neech. Okay. All right. Anybody has any questions? If not, this is the end of today's class, and I will upload yesterday's and this lecture. Somebody has question? You can ask me right now. All right. Okay ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa. Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
ਤੇ
Khalsa Vaheguru Ji ki fateh.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Vaheguru ji ki fateh.